Hello friends, I welcome you all once again to this beautiful channel. If you love reading, then let us start this video. This video has a very different thing. I'm going to talk about the lessons that I learned from this book. I think it's my favorite biography that I have read till now. And why is it my favorite? I'll discuss with you all. 4 lessons that I learned from this book which everybody can apply in their lives and see the difference on their own. This is a very good story. This is the story of Nike. This is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Phil Knight is the founder of the Nike, the sports brand, which is globally recognized very much. I think it is a very well written biography. It is written by Phil Knight himself. He is not only a very good entrepreneur but also a very good author who can connect with his readers. Why am I saying this? Because while reading this book you will fall into the shoes of the protagonist himself and feel like you are going through a roller coaster ride. This book is something like a roller coaster ride. It's actually how the story of Nike is, because from the very start they always had a risk factor that the company was going to shut down or something. Some obstacle is always coming. They are overcoming some obstacle, another day next obstacle is appearing in front of them, but they persevered, and finally you can see what Nike is today. So the 4 lessons that I learned from this book, without any further delay, let us start. The first point that's very much resonated with me, that's perseverance. The first point is perseverance. These people, the founding team, the foundational team, and especially Phil Knight himself, they persevered through all the obstacles. They never had the thought of giving up. Rather, they always had the thought or the gut feeling that let us try out, let's see what will happen. And that's a very unique thing which you don't see in many people. Second point that I learned from this book, that is risk taking appetite. I know it's not same for everyone, it's also not same for me, but what you can learn from this book, up to some extent we must take some risks in our life so that we don't regret later that what if we have tried that thing, what if I could have tried that thing. This happens when we don't listen to our gut feeling. I'm not saying that always listening to gut feeling will help us, but that's the thing that I learned from this book, and many people can learn that too from the protagonist, that is Phil Knight, or the story of Nike moreover. And number 3, the third thing that I learned from this book is belief. What is belief? Belief in one's own ability, belief in one's own ability to overcome obstacles and follow through whatever it takes. I don't care whatever is coming in front of me, but I must go through this path that I have chosen for myself. That helps a lot. I think that also refers to some kind of confidence, self-confidence. So that's very much a powerful message which we can find in this book if we follow through the main character's story. From the very start, they always had the thought, I'm not saying the thought, actually it was happening throughout this book, that whenever we are going through the chapter, one chapter they are finding some obstacle, they are overcoming it, but in the next time they are again facing some huge, even bigger obstacle than the previous one, but they persevered through their gut feeling, they persevered through their dream of having or starting their own shoe company or sports brand. So that's the belief, and belief will come, as I learned from this book, which we can relate in our day-to-day lives, is that belief comes when we follow what we do best and what we do from our own heart, what we can carry out from our own heart, what we love to do. And if we find the thing that we love to do, then we must have the belief, the self-confidence to go through that path. And not only the belief, the thing which I connected with very much in this book is that the passion for doing something. Passion is the right word. The passion for doing your thing that you love to do, that is very much resonating with me, that this concept in this book, I'm not saying the concept, the story, actually the story revolves around the passion of the main character for establishing his own shoe company and producing it and distributing it throughout the world. So we must find what our real passion is, and if we have already found out what our passion is, then we must have the belief to carry out whatever it takes to follow our passion. Fourth point which I found in this book very much important is again related to somewhat the third point, that is passion. And the fourth point is when purpose is more important than job security. I'm not saying that, I'm not at all saying anything related to job security or something like that, but it is the passion that took this person to start his own company. He had a very brilliant career. He was an MBA graduate from Harvard, So you can think what kind of education he had. Still, he persisted on his own dreams. He tried to follow his dreams rather than finding some job. That was his own passion. I'm not saying that it will apply to everyone, but the thing which you can learn from here is that if we have found out what our purpose is, what gives us genuine joy of doing something, then we must follow through that path, and try out. At least we must try out once what that path is for us.